Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that has been at the forefront of global discussions for decades, climate change. But what if I told you that climate change isn't some modern crisis created by human activities? What if it's actually a natural cycle, a process that's been happening for millennia? In this video, I'll explain why what we're witnessing today may just be a continuation of Earth's long-standing environmental patterns, and how the so-called climate crisis might not be as human-driven as we're told. First, let's talk about the fact that climate has always been changing. We're not the first generation to witness these fluctuations. In fact, Earth's climate has gone through various stages, from ice ages to warming periods, long before humans had the ability to influence it. Take Russia, for instance. Just 10,000 years ago, much of what is now Siberia was covered in dense forests with a much milder climate. During the medieval warm period, Europe enjoyed temperatures that were warmer than today. Vineyards were growing in England and Scandinavia, areas where it's too cold now. And in Africa, we know that the Sahara Desert, which is a massive expanse of dry land now, was once a fertile green area with lakes and wildlife. Now let's address the driving force behind climate, the sun. For millions of years, the Earth has experienced changes in its orbit, tilt, and axial precession. These are all natural cycles that affect the Earth's climate, not just on a human timescale, but over thousands and even millions of years. This has led to ice ages and warming periods throughout history, well before modern industrialization. Solar radiation, volcanic eruptions, and ocean currents also play huge roles in shifting global temperatures. For example, after major volcanic eruptions like Mount Tambora in 1815, we saw the year without a summer, which led to crop failures and famine. These events, which are entirely natural, have profound impacts on our climate. And scientists have shown that even without human intervention, these natural phenomena can influence global temperature shifts. But here's the thing. If we look back at the predictions made by scientists over the past century, we can see a pattern of alarmism that hasn't quite panned out. In the 1970s, scientists were predicting global cooling and the onset of a new ice age, but it didn't happen. Fast forward to the 1990s, and now we're being told that global warming is an irreversible trend. Yet despite all the predictions, we see that the climate continues to fluctuate naturally. There are periods of warming and cooling, but they don't match up with the extreme predictions made by some scientists. In fact, the global temperature has been relatively stable over the past couple of decades. While there is certainly evidence of warming in some areas, it's not as drastic as some of the predictions. Let's take a look at historical examples. During the Little Ice Age, from roughly the 14th to the 19th century, Europe and North America experienced extremely cold winters. Rivers like the Thames in London regularly froze over, and glaciers expanded in the Alps. This was a time of cooling, but no human activities could explain it. It was part of Earth's natural climatic fluctuations. On the flip side, the Earth has also gone through natural warming periods. For instance, during the Roman warm period and the medieval warm period, much of the northern hemisphere was significantly warmer than today. In fact, during the medieval warm period, the Vikings were farming in Greenland. These examples show that temperature shifts are nothing new, and Earth has always had natural climate cycles. Now, this isn't to say humans don't play a role in impacting the environment. Deforestation, pollution, and the burning of fossil fuels certainly contribute to local and regional climate changes. We do have a responsibility to protect our planet, reduce waste, and adopt more sustainable practices. However, the evidence shows that the Earth's long-term climate patterns are driven more by natural forces than by human actions. Our impact, while real, is much smaller in the context of Earth's overall climate history. So is climate change a myth? Well, not exactly. Yes, the climate is changing, but these changes are part of a much bigger natural cycle that's been happening for millions of years. While humanity does affect the environment, the claim that we're solely responsible for the drastic changes in global climate is oversimplified. Climate change isn't new, it's just the latest chapter in Earth's long, ever-changing climate story. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this content interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. And feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Stay tuned for more content on the natural world and how it's always evolving.